Howdy doody, everybody. We are back again live at Revival Productions with Overload. We're going to show off something pretty cool today, but first of all, I am James.
Ben, Bammer in the Discord and the forums.
Yeah, you might know me as Humbag on there as well, or if I've played multiplayer with me. I've been getting destroyed by some of you out there, so that's been fun.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, shout-outs to the Solo Cup Vaporwave.
We're going full 90s in the, VR hype train, as it were.
But yeah, we got some pretty cool things to show with VR. I think it actually looks pretty cool on stream, but we're going to be using the Oculus Rift. Hold that thing up. There we go.
Well, I'll have it on my head for most of the time.
Yeah.
We'll probably switch off, because I am a car-sick fellow, so we'll see how long I last in VR. But
All right, so without further ado, let's get in game here. All right, switch to this. Oh boy.
I have too much hair.
All right, look where you want it to be recentered, and I will hit.
This is good for me. Let's do it.
All right, now it's recentered for you.
All right.
So go ahead and.
Is this plugged in? Do we have my controller plugged in?
Let me go to gamepad. Can you see anything? Is it not working?
Still can't use the gamepad.
Well, that's interesting.
Wait. Whoa.
What'd you do?
I don't know what I did.
I think I might have to. Well, it should be working. What's wrong with this thing?
Here, somebody who can see set all of this up
all right.
for me.
Well, let me restart the game. Maybe that's the issue. Shoutouts to controller hype.
Oh man, you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but I'm in like some mountain areas right now with Oculus.
Alright, I am in the wrong folder. There it is.
Production value hype. Alright.
Yeah, VR is not for everybody. It's definitely, if motion sickness doesn't bother you, I think you should try it out. I think this is one of the best games I've ever played in VR. I've even played some. All right, let's see. There we go. Now it's working.
All right.
All right.
Let me make sure you don't
centered
have.
All right for you. Let me.
All right, cool. Let me make sure you don't have.
You probably need to turn off.
Yeah, I'll mess with that in a second. Controller access
invert
settings.
Controller Y. Here, go back.
Well, I don't know if it is inverted, right?
I don't know either. We'll go into gameplay.
Well, we'll figure it out. I'm gonna turn auto leveling on medium. I try to play on off when I'm on just mouse keyboard. But
everything else should be default controls, as far as I know, for the pad right now. Let's turn up the music there.
Yeah, let's get you guys some music as well. All right, so we'll start the day off by playing a challenge mode. We plan on playing levels 6 and 7 as well. I like Blizzard.
Let's do some Blizzard.
All right.
You gonna push yourself?
You know what? Are we trying to show it off, or are we trying to, get flashy here?
Let's just show it off.
Do I have anything to prove?
Let's just start it rookie. That should be good.
Let's do that. Am I in a countdown? No, I'm in infinite.
Yeah, you're in infinite.
What am I taking? Let's do that. Now, I'm so used to the multiplayer balances of these weapons, it's going to be weird playing this like this. Go ahead. See if I remember gamepad controls too. It's been oh man, full immersion. Oh my god. Alright. This is very hard. I'm the Mac tester, not the VR tester, so
yeah, he hasn't done much VR. I've done a lot more VR. Volume really low. Let me turn it up.
Whoa.
Can you hear the game?
You want me to pause this?
Is there any game audio coming through right now?
Oh, hopefully.
Let me know if you guys hear the game audio.
Well, now that I've paused this too. Oh, are you out of game right now?
All right, click back. All right, it should be good.
Okay. Oh my god.
No game audio? Weird. Okay.
No game audio.
I think I know the reason for that.
Should we set that up?
See if this works. Any game audio? No. Okay, this is interesting. So this is the first time we've tried to stream VR, apparently.
You've got control of my mouse here. This is
even
more disorienting than it should be. Do we still not have audio though?
Did it zoom in for you a bunch?
No.
Okay.
I'm still okay.
Yeah, FOV is kind of it's a forced FOV pretty much in VR.
You can actually sit back and get more FOV.
Yeah.
The Oculus has a sensor. Well, I guess the Vive also has a sensor.
And I can reset it. You can reset it with a button press in the menu. All right.
Honestly, I think if you get a hold of VR, I think it might even be an advantage in the game because you can actually like look to your side and everything.
So we're gonna try to figure out with the sound here in a second. You want to do that right now?
Yeah, we can do that right now.
Okay.
I'll take a moment.
Let's see what the dealio is.
Maybe like jacking the audio or something.
Yeah, it probably
It could
is.
be. Let's
Just go to playback devices and set headphones as default. You can just do set default there. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if this works. Any audio? You hear your audio, right? Through your
I
head?
can hear myself. Ow.
There's still nothing. That's weird. I think I know what to do here. Actually, go ahead and pause that.
Pause it again.
I think I need to go to these settings. Let's see here.
Whichever one
There we go.
Aha!
Figured it out.
Alright, we're back. We did it, Reddit.
Oops, I moved your mouse.
Ow.
Alright, now let me know what the game audio is like, if it's too loud or not. I am Humbag in the Illinois shirt. Bammer is wearing the very aesthetic jacket.
Aesthetic.
Yeah, it was a setting in OBS I had to tweak.
Gotcha. I don't need that yet. I think I could play this on Rookie after a little bit more getting used to it.
It's really not too bad. It's just the hardest thing about VR is you for one thing you need to have a pretty strong system to be able to run it. It's very taxing on your CPU and GPU because you're not just rendering what's kind of in front of you anymore. You can look around on the fly. Yeah, my pad control. I'm normally a mouse and keyboard player.
Yeah, same. There are a lot of melee bots right now. This is just
You might even
my VRs.
might even switch to this. This is a I don't know what this is. Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster.
Dual joysticks. We got 2 joysticks.
We have like
you know.
15 joysticks in this office. Who is this made by? Is this Thrustmaster? Thrustmaster trademark.
Yeah. I think that's the one that a handful of people in the Discord have said they've had.
You also need a.
Oh, I'm upside down, aren't I? Hey, there we go.
Yeah, Ben. So Ben, describe how you're feeling right now. Is this something that's giving you any motion sickness or?
Currently no. We'll see what happens. 10 to 15 more minutes of this.
Now, does the ship being on help you, or what if I turn it off? Oop.
I think it does.
See, I actually play.
Put that back on right now.
See, I'm weird, and I play VR without the cockpit.
See, I need that nose. Like,
this-
there's been a lot of research. Well, some research. You know what? I'm not gonna claim I've read any research actually.
This PC has an i7, pretty much. I think it's a 6th gen i7, pretty strong i7.
Yeah, this is a computer.
Its GPU, I think, is only a 960. Yeah, GTX 960. So
Just
deep,
Thunderbolt.
good graphics card, but it's not like a 970 or higher.
I think Steam still even warns us that we don't have a strong enough.
Oh
computer,
yes.
but-
Yeah, the Rift program always says we don't have a strong enough computer, but
Hey, as long as the stream is holding up.
yeah, streaming plus doing VR could be a little strain on the system. But generally, I can get around 45 to 60
All these explosions. look-
FPS, depending on the area. The challenge mode could be a little more taxing because there's so many more bots in a smaller area. Yeah, 960s are a pretty good card.
Ow.
Yeah, if we were doing like a dual PC stream setup, it would be a lot smoother probably. But we do not have a direct capture card.
All right, I'm gonna take the training wheels off.
All right. Stick with Blizzard, or you want to go to?
You know what? Yeah, I'm a little practiced on it now.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? Let me go back and set default controls if you don't mind.
That's fine. Now, the FOV in VR is a little odd, and you can kind of position yourself to make it a little bit further back, but in general, because I think it's mainly how the goggles are designed, it's going to feel very zoomed in. And just the way VR functions, like when you come up to something to pick up, like, you know, a weapon or missile, it looks like you're actually hitting it with your face, which is kind of cool. And yeah, this game is pretty well optimized. Even some older PCs run this game pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
What you running? Crusher, Cyclone, Reflex, get all those area of effect weapons.
Yeah, well, I plan on fighting from close range if last time was any indication. Oh no, I had it on inverted. Alright, bear with me one more second here.
Alright. There you go.
Easy as that to fix that. Alright, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, when I play this game on my home PC, I crank it to the max. I got a 1070, and I'm not doing any crazy 2K plus resolution, so I'm just running 1080p with a GTX 1070. It's perfect at max settings.
Where was that going?
Streaming really is not necessarily about the graphics card. It's about your PC strength, your CPU strength. So any good i5 to a really good i7 is your ideal streaming CPU. So I know some of you out there like Chili, you're streamers as well.
Oh yeah. I don't want it.
I used to have a first gen i5 like a long time ago. It was one of the best first gen i5s, and I was able to stream on it fairly well, but like it couldn't really do 720p at 60 FPS at all. I mean, it could, but like it would just kill my computer. So yeah, explosions and like enemy fire gets a lot more intense in VR because it kind of just envelops you.
Yeah, if you guys have never tried VR, it's I mean,
just if you know someone with Rift headset, I know Rift headsets are kind of few and far in between these days, but I think more and more people are starting to get them. And they're pretty fun. They're pretty fun little tools. Like some of even the default apps in the Rift store are quite amusing.
Ugh. Yeah, I could have even done this on Ace. Maybe not.
Just like look at your crusher, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, we didn't model a character, so it's just the seat. You gotta pretend you're actually there.
Yeah. You're in the game.
Files are in the computer.
Yeah, I remember Black Friday. I'm sure there's usually always good deals.
I ran out of it, or ammo rather. It's not because I'm bad and miss every shot I swing.
There's been I know at like some gaming conventions there's been VR I mean, if you're ever around an area where there's a gaming convention, like if it's a developer conference or something, there's usually demonstration areas where you can try them out. Fortunately, that's tough. You kind of need to live near an area.
Yeah, just go to E3.
You just go to E3. It's simple. I've never been to any of them, honestly.
No, I'd love to go. So we're not really VR.
Oh, you got Creeper STs. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's the pro strats. Oh my god. All right, well that's very daunting. All right, I'm gonna make you do this.
All right, I'm gonna make me do this.
I need a short break after that.
Yeah, I can do it a little bit longer. I'll switch your seats too.
Sounds good.
I'll even use the pad.
Too sweaty.
Oh, that's all right. It gets really warm wearing this sometimes, So I can't really do it for long periods of time.
Yeah. That's why we got 2 of us streaming.
Alright.
Alright. I am in control of chat now.
Alright. Let me, so on pad, you can actually just hit X to recenter where you want to look. Let's
Why?
do,
Temperature.
Oh, no, you.
actually, I should probably do my controls too. See what you changed.
I just went to default. I like the default
joystick?
ones, but
There we go. Now I need the inverted controls.
man. Yeah, I know it's blasphemy to use inverted controls, but you
Now
know.
Blizzard's usually my go-to. Let's do. I know there's a lot of Syrinx fans out there. Let's push to Ace. I'm not very good on pads, so this is gonna be tough.
Toggle for normal play without VR. Do we have a way to like perma center it in VR?
What do you mean?
I don't know if we do.
Oh yeah,
actually,
so it's kind of weird. Like for me, this menu is static.
Yeah.
For all you guys, it moves around like crazy.
Yeah.
So it's a little different, but I'll try to keep it a little more stable here. Let me move in and then move back.
Alright. Do you need me to hit F5 for you?
No, I can do it on pad here.
Okay.
Creeper Hunters. Alright, let's see how I do on pad here.
Yeah, if both of us start feeling nauseous too, we'll just sub-giant in and they'll do another, 6-hour plug-in in the Matrix.
Oh, he's like right on me. You could hit F9 for me.
F9. Oh yeah, you don't like the...
There we go. Now I can see. So I kind of love being able to look everywhere. I forgot I'm on Ace. I can die really quickly.
Oh. Yeah, I think James is crazy for not having the cockpit on. I definitely need that nose, as it were. But, to each his own. Yeah, I think,
Oh, where is he?
it's really cool to just look to your side as a melee bot comes flying by. Maybe we'll bring Ryan in here. Play some VR.
I'm not doing too good right now.
It's alright, no
I
pressure.
need to switch back to Cyclone. See, I've never really had issues with motion sickness. The only thing that sometimes gets me is the brightness of the headset can be a little straining on the eyes.
Yeah. I think, whatchamacallit, the Vive and Oculus have a slightly different feel to them, too.
Yeah. Our Ed behind me, he has a Vive at his desk.
I think most of us probably prefer the Oculus, but not sponsored by either, just functional for both.
Yep. Let's see here. Oh, Lordy.
Miasmic, yes, Track IR works.
Yep, Track IR does work. We have another Chelsea, our other tester, who is not a big fan of being on the stream. She usually uses our Track IR.
We also got support for that other one. That's the eye tracking one. We just made our newest tester, Ryan, mess with that, so that's fun. The Toby eye.
Uh-oh. I'm doing rotation, so I don't want to do.
Oh yeah, I set that to the default setting on that.
What do I want? Let's put Nova. I have one Nova to save my butt.
We got time bombs.
I think I do have a time bomb. Where'd he go?
Did you get him?
He ran away, I think. Oh.
So I don't know if we mentioned, but in the background you'll definitely hear the soundtrack that's available now. Shameless plug.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Available as
Go up,
DLC.
go up, go up.
Oh, there was.
Ah!
That is definitely punishing after you die too.
I did better than I
roll.
thought I did, but let's go to another map. Let's do some pipeline.
Alright.
I'll keep on Ace for fun here.
I was actually bumping it in my car yesterday.
So I'm gonna get some driller going on here. Need some missile pods. And let's do some hunters.
Nothar, I think we have it a little quiet right now because ideally we'll be talking, but it's a little hard to interact with chat when you can only see.
You give me golems already?
You thought golems and reavers were brutal enough without VR. Now that they're actually in your face. Mike's a bit quiet. All right. When James is done with this level, we'll bump both the volumes a little bit higher.
Oh my! Okay, golems in VR are hard to track.
Just go flying right by you. Oh yeah, I guess the advantage of having a cockpit off too is you could actually see behind you. Nice.
Oh, did I pick it up or not? There it is.
There you go.
And everyone ran away from me. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Ah!
Yeah, we'll try to showcase just all of the cool visual effects on screen when we're playing single player, especially. And things like those energy centers. Oh, sneaky scourge.
Sneaky.
I'm curious, does anyone in chat actually have VR set up on their home computer? Are we just testing VR and getting sick for nothing?
Whoa! Whoop.
Watch out. Oh yeah, I remember Usku or whatever you were asking in the Discord the other day. So you can see a stark difference of I can play 2 challenge mode maps and then need to let James take over. But James is a little more trained in the VR. I know too, when I started working here, I actually had to like take a step back from my computer just in single player alone. But then once you start to get used to the movements and such, it gets a lot easier. But again, being on a Mac doesn't necessarily prepare you for VR. Yeah, it's convenient that this game puts you in a chair, so you're sort of never like feeling like you're supposed to be running or anything, but being upside down is definitely it definitely takes a lot of getting used to. Though I did play the first half of Blizzard upside down, so if you don't realize you're upside down, maybe it's just as good.
Oh, that's a... Oh, get out of here. Woo-hoo-hoo. That reaver hurt me.
Oh yeah. Or look down at your health there too. Yeah, the thing about being in VR too, you don't necessarily, unless you sit farther back from your computer, but you don't necessarily always get to see everything in your UI without actually looking at it.
Oh, my aim on pad is legendary. There's somebody behind me.
Yeah, when James is finishing first place on the multiplayer beta that we've been doing, he's not using gamepad. I don't know that any of us are. Well, Luke is on joystick.
Ah! Get out of here.
Whoa. Oh, Chelsea and you.
Oh,
Mike.
Surge.
Oh, is
This
that why
time.
we whoop your butts every game?
One more Nova.
I know I hopped into a game last night with
Woo. Ah, there's so many enemies.
Yeah.
I did better, but
There you go.
it wasn't great. All
Personal best in VR.
right. That was interesting. Let's just go back here. All right, what's the plan here, Ben? What are we doing next?
Do you want to do one more challenge mode, or should we hop into single player? Is Chili still in the chat?
I'll do one more single player. I'll do a countdown. I'll try
Alright.
to complete one. Let's do it on backfire. I'll go on the hot shot because Ace version of this is, I need to adjust this just a little bit. Ace is a little tough, even though you do spawn with extra weapons, but there's a lot more enemies coming at you at once.
If we had some like walk around Iberia, that could be. Oh wait, hold on. Before let me adjust some of the sound settings. I don't know if we could actually get the mic louder than this. Besides sitting closer to the mic, we'll do that a little bit.
This is how I look at Ben. I just look through the nose of the thing. There'll be times when I'm in VR testing and I'm just like trying to find my keyboard, like where?
Yeah, we had people take our hands and just like, all right, there you go. Now you're on the home keys.
All right, I see some people want me to unlock Insane. I actually came close to unlocking Insane in VR one time.
Yeah.
And that was on. I use mouse and keyboard. I could probably do it on mouse and keyboard, but.
I think with enough practice, any of us can do mouse keyboard. I mean, the skill setting in this, or the skill curve in this game feels really good. I mean, most of the times when you get in, you're like, I could do hot shot, and then you just get styled on. But after just a few maps, you get the feel for it. At least that was my experience.
So many ogres. Why?
They're the easy ones, you know? They're the gaming five. Used to be a backfire variant.
I'm getting like every ogre.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I
phantoms.
forgot there's phantoms on this level. This wasn't a great level for this. This level's hard.
You got it. 100 armor still. Not quite.
I'm going down below. I feel safer down here. Let's get some flak.
I'm gonna make you do level 6 too, and then I might hop in for level 7. We'll see how recovered I am. See, I don't think we showed off either of those on stream. We don't want to show off any more single player stories. We got pretty far through. If you did miss it and want to check out the single player story, it's on our YouTube. It's also in the Twitch VODs. You get to hear some of the phenomenal voice acting we got for the story that we got set up.
I think I got a. Where is that blades? There you are. There
I love how the shredder looks in VR. It's like it's one thing too to see it on stream, but it's another thing to be that close
Oh, that
up
was
to
a
it.
clutch double health drop. Taking pot shots at me over there.
Who's Discord me as well?
What did I get? Flags, wrong one. What's my button? Oh, wrong button. Woo! Hey,
Oh, all that
you can take a look around the map.
in VR. There you go.
There we go. I want to do. Oh wait, this isn't the buffed version yet.
Oh yeah. It's still alright from close range, but
Oh, there's so much going on right now. That was a hectic frame rate moment there.
Proud Eye, let's see. When dying in
Phantoms are like double invisible.
It's hard enough to see anything with your field of view,
Yeah.
man.
I need all the health straight up. Wow! Oh my gosh. That was pretty difficult. I got 54, not bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all in VR, for sure. Lotharbot, we can only hope that that's a possibility of
So
some company reaching out.
we're gonna jump into the missions here.
Hop in.
Alright, let's see here. Let's go. So we're doing mission 6, right?
What was that? Our Discord that we didn't mute? My bad.
Oh no.
Or I blame James, but
Should have been, but oh well.
it's alright. Just pretend you guys are popular
I'm
and
gonna
getting
keep it
Discord
on.
messages. You know?
I'll just do hot shot, or should I do ace? What do you think?
Can you do Ace?
We'll try.
Alright. Oh, if we want to show off the upgrade menu again, I know a lot of the newer people in our Discord have been curious about how upgrading and things work. If you haven't hopped into the early access version, it's the same in VR and not, although the menu moves in VR.
So, in another kind of newer feature is you can actually just auto upgrade as well, and it'll just randomly give out whatever upgrades. Let's see. I don't know. What should I upgrade? Should I do an auto upgrade?
I think we should show off some of the upgrades.
Okay,
So everything, every weapon, every secondary, and then the ship itself all have one level 1 upgrade that's acquired by super upgrade points. And then everything else also has 2 super upgrades that you can get by using the super upgrade points.
Yeah, the first one uses regular upgrade points, not super, but...
If you did notice as well in the challenge mode, once you get a certain number of kills, depending on whether you're an infinite or countdown, you'll unlock those super upgrades. So it can benefit you to play single player, learn the super upgrades, learn your play style, and figure out what you want to upgrade.
So, like, one of my first things that I always upgrade is missile pods, which when you upgrade them to the plus version, they now have tracking, which is pretty big.
Definitely good on a gamepad if you're not super good at aiming on a gamepad.
Sometimes I'll do armor toughness first, or energy efficiency is usually one of my go-tos as well.
Energy efficiency is great if you're boosting around everywhere.
Let's see. I think I'm going to play some. Let's do some impulse today.
We on that impulse hype train after we got
Some
it.
creepers, and one of my other favorite upgrades is accessory energy.
There you go.
So you can fire all the flares you want.
Headlights on 24/7.
Alright, here we go. I am on ace, right?
I believe you are.
Okay, on pad, it's going to be a little tough. Alright. So, I should, let me play with the cockpit on. Hit F9 again.
F9
I'll play with
again.
the cockpit on just to show it
Real
off here
quick.
and show the lighting of the ship.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can see your guns on the left and the right.
Yo.
That was completely backwards how I said that, but
Whatever. Left, right. You'll, some of you might recognize one of these secrets from the Discord challenges we've been doing earlier. But yeah, Chili Bus, turn off your stream now if you don't want to see single player footage. That's it, really explode when you get happy.
my aim is so good on pad.
Well, it's almost not a spoiler as well with our back. We've got this out for any of you to experience right now. Tell your friends.
What do I want? Let's get some creepers out.
Yeah. No, this is a build that we've had for about a month now. I can't remember when we actually dropped 9.
It's been, I'd say, about a month.
Yeah. It was before we had a release date. nowhere. He knows where all these secrets are.
Yeah, I'm purposely gonna avoid some secrets.
Gotta make people work. Just tell them where everything's.
Krakens, why are you such tanks?
Yeah, I know Yoshimitsu is a big stats guy. He noticed how tanky Krakens have always been.
Oh, hi, Ben.
Oh, hey? Oh,
Wait, you're not there.
what?
Look at my joystick is a little off-center on this controller, but that's alright.
Yeah, so in the full version, if you also go back to the single player, we do have some portraits for these. Right now they're just
Yep.
kind of temporary portraits. Didn't want to give too much away. If you did back it, you'll be pleased to see yourself and rescue yourself. Hopefully your peers follow suit in rescuing you, but you know.
It always is. It's kind of fun rescuing myself.
Yeah, no. Every level, I know where I am. I know where a lot of oh yeah, you and Scott are in a level that we haven't shown off yet.
Yep.
I think Ed might be in a level we have shown off. No, wait, no we haven't.
No, I don't think we
Not
have
that,
shown.
yeah. Keeping our identities.
This room's tough.
Yeah. Use a better strategy for that one.
There's just chaos going on in this room right now.
You got it. Just one more shredder to take care of. So right below James there was an upgrade point, so you'll find these throughout the levels. If you just load into a level, the game will assume how many you would have at that point.
Yeah, kind of like an estimated amount, so you can just kind of jump into a level and still get some upgrades.
It is lower than the max possible amount
Yeah.
of upgrades you could get, so it does benefit you to try to go through a full playthrough and get them all. But if you just wanted to hop into a level and just play, we give you some upgrade points to play around with.
Alright. Get my bearings here. Key.
There we go.
Alright.
Got a Devastator.
So yeah, the pickup radius feels a little slightly off when you're in VR because it's like I said, you're actually hitting it with your face.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Gotta work for it.
Oh, it's so cool. I love the
Oh, yeah.
particle effects in VR are one of my favorites.
Right up inside of it. It's awesome.
This took a lot of damage. Go up.
Quick save.
That's,
There we go.
I said I'm normally a player who plays on 90 FOV, so going down to VR land can be a little jarring to me.
Yeah.
I can easily lose my place sometimes. A lot of health there.
Are you guys seeing this?
Got him.
Totally not overkill.
Krakens can take a beating. He's still alive. There we go. I looked up and saw it at the last second. Drop anything? Drop health? Nope, he's greedy.
You're at 90, you're alright.
I'm alright.
Well, Want me to quick save for you?
Nah, I'll be alright for now. Oops. I don't want to run into the lava though.
Try not
Alright.
to. Ah, there's a super upgrade.
Super up, good point.
You can see all of that in the UI in the bottom left. Well, I guess when James looks
Now
in the
this
bottom
room
left,
can be pretty tough. I'm gonna.
get that Devastator going. Got the shredders.
Oh, he dodged it. It's a choke. I need to get in here too because there's a couple auto ops generators.
What they see, you miss 100% of the shots.
Maybe just right here. Oh, there we go.
Fabricators are really good to destroy. 'Cause they'll guarantee drops and stuff for you. Generally, you'll take punishment
I'm
from
taking
them.
unnecessary damage here.
Shroud's got some clear strats now. That's why he's the find every single scavenger climb picture in a minute.
The nice thing about auto op generators is that they are always guaranteed to drop energy and a shield and some armor.
Right now, James is using an Xbox controller. We do have a joystick we can hook up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you play on that.
Oh my god. I might have to stop halfway through.
So yeah, when you this is my favorite thing. I like cycling through the weapons here. You can like cyclone is under your ship. Reflex. What's next? Driller's also under your ship. I think you kind of see the barrel down there.
A little bit.
A little bit. Let's see here. Oops, wrong button.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Flex a big beefy gun. Stick with my impulse. Tried and true. Alright. Need all the missiles I can get.
Aiming is with the joystick. Looking around just changes the camera, but the reticle, wherever that is, always stays relative to where your head is.
Yeah.
You can recenter it. Just
Like I said,
with a click of a button.
yeah, if I just go to pause and hit X, it'll recenter. I like to lean forward first, then do it, then lean back. And I get a little. Oh, I went too far back.
There we go.
Alright, this guy is about to pop out.
I think Track IR has some interesting things that it does.
Yeah, track IR is a little bit different. Oh my.
Took a beating there. These super guys
Oh,
are.
I'm dead.
Oh.
I had a bad feeling about that room.
You don't want to mess with the super guys. You can go rookie if we're just trying to show off these levels.
Yeah, let me just get
that's
through
fine.
this. That was pretty tough.
Speedrun VR. Let's go.
It's tough to do Twitch reactions in a room like that on this Xbox pad.
Yeah.
Unless you're really good at it. I'm not.
Yeah, especially not in VR. You don't want to be banking too heavily all the time either.
This isn't my best speedrun level, but I'll try to get there quick. It's like kill these.
Yeah, I'll probably try to run through 7 pretty quickly too. But yeah, I keep
I'm hitting every wrong button on this pad right now.
isolating super auto ops is definitely a valid strategy.
Especially in that room, there's three to four of them, and one missile volley can kill you in ace.
Yeah, in higher difficulties, you definitely have to play it smarter. Lower difficulties, you don't have to worry too much about isolating targets. You just kind of do when they're coming.
See, I can kind of tank through stuff.
Yeah, I have died on rookie before, just getting way too cocky though. So.
Oh yeah, you can still a blast from 3 or 4 Gorgons can hit you.
Yup.
Especially the rooms where there's like 10 of them.
Yeah, I think James and I had a rookie speedrun contest, and we both had a handful of deaths in some levels that we would never have thought we would have actually had in, but we're not zero this
Upside down.
last week.
Upside down.
Alright, Rick Bobby.
I'm upside down. I'm upside down. I can't see. I'm on fire.
Yeah, it can help looking at signs and stuff around to see if you're upside down.
Yeah, I am upside down. There we go.
Yep, yep.
I started panic hitting buttons, and these two buttons are my rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, usually you have the game might be a little bit slower, streaming and actually playing in VR.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure we're not getting very stable frame rate on through the stream because it's tough on the PC to do both of these.
We did want to show it off, so.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we were saying earlier, Steam already warns us that this computer might not be good enough to even do it, period. Or like any VR period, but...
What do they know?
Yeah, what is... Come on, Gabe. But yeah, on our side too, it does look pretty smooth.
Yeah, actually, it's quite smooth right now with my headset.
I think if I'm looking at OBS, it's like a little bit slower than the actual game running right now too. So having a smooth FPS is definitely an important part of
Oh, there's a guy right.
Well, you took the secret out. James, you said this has an i5 960.
No, this is an i7,
Oh.
but I have my graphics card's a GTX 960.
Heads on it.
Oh,
All right, you're good. You're good.
no rockets.
That's rough. There we go. Switching the cyclone. Enough of this impulse.
Level 1 cyclone too, so I have like no range.
Oh yeah. There we go. I think ideally it's not gonna run too fast for you. I think we tried to normalize how it feels throughout different frame rates. For a while there, certain sensitivities would feel a little different on different frame rates. That has since not been the case. I'm just gonna fly right by him. We're just gonna ignore this guy.
Pull this room.
Frying pan into the oven. But these effects are really cool to see in VR because your entire like ship lights up like this.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. And you get these little particles flying around everywhere too. It's awesome. Still got that guy on your left there.
All the missile pods.
Animato 2 at times. I think if you're gonna want the best performance out of this game, you're gonna want to make sure you got a current PC. Not to say you need an i7 with a crazy graphics card.
Yeah. Nope, wrong button again. I see you down there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Click on the game. Click on the game quick. I can't move.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Did I click off the game accidentally?
Maybe.
You needed a little more motivation.
Yeah. Now oh, this room stinks.
You got it. You got it. All right, a whole live stream fails.
Yeah.
we figured it out. He didn't die.
That's why I like rookie as well. 1 health bid gives me like 20.
Yup. Yeah, the super goblins you don't want to mess with. They've got they've got Nova's equipped, so.
Yeah. I'm just ignoring these guys. Go, go, go.
I really like the reactor room in level 6. I think it's really cool. It like level 6 is where the reactor rooms start getting cool too.
I should have just rammed him. Ramming is pretty.
Ramming's
crazy.
ridiculous in this.
Oh, I
No,
don't know.
handful of people who are our most active players
Oh,
don't care for ramming, but it feels really cool to get that up in their face. Alright. You want a quick save here? I'm gonna give you
yeah,
a quick
give
save
me a
here.
quick
There you
save
go.
just,
Alright.
just to be safe.
I got you on that quick save.
Oh, we're going the wrong way.
So yeah, if you're not familiar and haven't played EA yet, you can quick save at any point in any level.
And on higher difficulties, it's sometimes recommended.
Yeah. And that'll save all your progress throughout the level. It's not just checkpoint saves, although when you do beat a level, you will also generate a save at the end of that level.
And as you can tell, because my aim is not very good on pad, I'm using a lot of missipods.
Hence the upgrade.
Oh, I hear you. Caves can be a little disorienting in VR.
Caves can be disorienting
Well,
in both
yeah.
even. No, me as me. We're just saying it's the pro strats to use the missile pods. That's what we're saying.
What's my default
Vader, yes.
flare?
Right now we're using a
There's my
controller. I
flares.
think for the next level I'll plug into VR and I'll use a joystick. We'll see what happens. I might have to take a break after like 5 minutes because I'm not good at using the joystick, but we'll see what's up. No, what I meant to say is Miasmic's not actually good. He just uses the crusher. That's what I meant to say. See, we turn auto leveling on Cody because it gets a little
Oh, I think I destroyed it.
say crazy in VR when you don't know where the floor is or the ceiling. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one's which as long as one of them has a ground weapon.
Oh, look at this expert dodging.
Easy. Oh.
There we go.
All the way to the exit. Oh, I forgot what this looks like in VR even. It's been so long. There you go. Oh, can you look behind you?
It's so bright.
Alright.
Alright, my eyes need a break. Whew. It does get a little hot, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, bear with us as this computer struggles to stream this.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the what is this one? Thrustmaster. I don't know. It'll say somewhere. Can you stand up? Are you
yeah,
good?
I'm good. Let me unplug this. I'll plug it in the front here.
All right. Plug in front.
Let's see how this does.
Beer with us. That's for later tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for when I post another one of our Discord challenges at 4 a.m.
Alright, let's get this in game first. See if I can just get it set up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Whew. No, I will apologize when you put this on. It might be slightly damp.
Alright, we good? Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go to the main menu. Options. Controls. Joystick.
So this is a good.
Oh, there it is. See, that's one of the cool things. Pretty much plug and play. It'll detect most every joystick that you have. So we got the Thrustmaster there. Let's go. So you can pretty much set whatever your heart's content here. I think this is still set on the Xbox controller.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh no, it's up there.
But it still has the Xbox.
Yeah, you might
input
need to-
settings. So
have you-
we'll go ahead and
have you set this
set
up.
these settings. So we got the the side effect of being able to show off the joystick as well as setting all of this. So gamepad and joystick are a little bit different.
So
in
you're
how
gonna
they do
rock
this.
the joystick keyboard combo.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Let's see. Rotate, slide up, slide left. Well, I'll just be using WASD to slide around.
Yeah,
By
that's
primary.
yeah. When I play with a joystick, I usually move with WASD.
Yeah. All right, let's see. There we go. We are all set up. Let's make sure this is as set as we want it. That all seems fine. I won't worry about it. Alright. And for the first time in VR, showing off level 7.
I would. Yeah,
Go on,
stick
we'll
with
go on,
rookie. I think
rookie.
you can do it.
That's fine.
So level 7
But-
is one of the first ones where you can start using some of these super
I'll
upgrade
do
points.
Or will I?
You can do
this?
auto upgrade. I don't know. I don't know if you might have to use a button on your.
Oh, is it the hat or something? There we go. I figured it out. This is, years of joystick testing.
Space Orb 360. That's a blast from the past.
I'm gonna upgrade the cycle. I like the cycle. And I'm also gonna follow. You know what? Let's just upgrade the Falcons because that also has some tracking on it.
Only if you do the super upgrade though. If you did that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, let's do that then.
Tracking Falcons are one of my favorites.
You know, let's go to. Okay, so this is an example of the super upgrades. You get a choice between the two, and you get to see what they each do. Higher damage, rate of fire. I actually really like this one, but
That one is good. If you have really good accuracy, it's quite good. It's super fast. The missiles are faster, and it's pretty fun to use.
let's go ahead and auto upgrade the rest. It left us with 3. What it'll do is consume it all, so you have less than 5. Any more than 5, you'll have that prompt to upgrade. You can go back to the upgrades after as well. All right. Let's see. Am I on camera? Is everything all set?
Yeah, you might need to, once you get in the game, you might have to recenter wherever you want it to be.
Sure. Well, let me know if everything looks set there too. Woo! I'm moving forward. Oh, I forgot this thing does this. You know what? Alright, we'll just put that in the center. Not worry about it. I don't know what changes my weapons now. Alright, alright. Oh my god, I can't use the joystick. I don't know how Luke does it every day.
You probably need to adjust the dead zone sensitivity of it as well. Like I said, there's a lot of options
we in
for
it.
calibrating your joystick. If you are an experienced joystick user, which Ben clearly is
I
an
am not at
experienced
all.
joystick user with this Thrustmaster.
You know what, maybe we'll switch right back to gamepad after all of this when I die on a rookie. No, give me the health. Alright. Alright. No, one more. That was a
Let's go to your options. I think it feels a little. Is it too slow for you?
No, I think I'm just bad.
Okay.
I started off with like. Alright, wait.
Get your.
Let me get my upgraded Cyclone. What else did I do that for?
I don't know.
You know what? Let's go with the
Creepers?
upgraded
Good old
creepers here. And Okay, let's not do that.
Yeah, that's usually something I disable, is the twisting of. Some people like that, but I usually keep it set to a button.
It would be better if I was better at it.
Yeah, like I said, some people are used to it. I'm gonna hold this down for you.
Hold what down?
I'm holding the joystick down for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's probably helpful. See, we're off to a better start.
What are teammates for?
I just needed to find my bearings. Oh, you're there, Shredder. Oh, jeez. Hopefully I don't make all of you throw up so much as myself with this expert maneuvering.
So what do you... I know some of you guys out there are joystick users. Do you guys... I remember back in the day my brother used to duct tape it to the table. Because he was very aggressive. He was very aggressive with it when he was playing Descent in Free Space and like all the old TIE Fighter games.
Oh, yeah. I think we've got a... Oh my god, I'm gonna die again, aren't I? I think we've got like a joystick in here that's got like the ability to screw it onto your desk.
Oh yeah. Some of them have like, you know, almost like clamps and C-clamps.
The clamps.
Diamond Wolf, this is level 7.
Yes.
It is in,
This is the...
I mean, is it in the... It's in the early access version on Steam right now.
Correct.
5 levels.
No! Alright, you know what? Let's go back to a gamepad. Why don't we?
I kind of want to give it a go, though.
You want to try it out?
Yeah, I kinda
Alright. James needs to prove me. Or
Let's see
one
how
up
this
me.
does. I'm not bad. I'm not good with a joystick, but I'm not terrible.
You know what? If you're gonna hop back in, I'm done. Oh yeah, here we go. We got it. We got the one with the screw it to your desk one.
Oh, jeez. All right, let me see.
He's a beast.
Let me see what the how this feels first. Let me just go down to training so I can kind of mess with
Oh,
how
alright,
it feels.
sure. Go to training.
I'm gonna restart it. Don't worry. It's not bad. It's a little. Yeah, that's a little off-putting.
You can. So yeah, you can.
Okay, I think it's dead zones a little.
remap.
So
unmap things.
I'll show this off a little.
Yeah,
bit.
we get an opportunity to show off dead zones and stuff.
Let's do controller access settings, I
Yep,
believe.
you get to choose which axis.
Yeah, I usually turn
calibrate
it to access sensitivity low. And actually, I think I keep that normal, and I keep the dead zone to small. And you have to apply to all, or you can do it manually for every axis if you want to.
Yep.
It's very, very customizable.
Yeah.
Some people know exactly what to do. I don't really.
Yeah, especially a lot of the old school Descent, you know, free space players who've been using joysticks their whole lives. There's joystick purists.
I think.
Sure.
Whoa! Did I hit the?
Do you have the thrust thing back a little bit?
I can't
It's
see it.
below you right there. Yeah. You can unmap that probably if you
Yeah.
wanted.
Okay, it's still it's moving backwards.
I tried to find the.
There we go.
There
Perfect.
you go. All right. Dual joysticks are a lot of fun, but very impractical.
Alright, I forgot to let me for fairness' sake.
All right.
Go back to rookie.
If we keep dying in this, we've already hit the hour streaming mark. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-level this F5.
Yeah.
I'm also going to
A
turn
little
this
bit
off.
left still, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little left. It's hard to find the keys with this thing on. There we go.
There is also a button to set up the R in that menu you saw, so if you can't find your F5 key, if you've got a sweet cockpit setup that doesn't even have a keyboard next to it, you got that option. Yeah, Lothar, I think calibrating dead zones and stuff is going to take a lot of experimentation for people who want to get the...
Especially because every joystick's different.
Yeah. If you want to get the, you know, maximum efficiency out of it, it's going to take a little bit of time. But if you want to hop in and just play a little bit, just to have fun,
What was the weapon switch button?
the left of the hat and the right of the hat.
Okay, perfect.
Uh-huh.
Let's do some side.
Yeah, I think usually the default mappings for a lot of these joysticks are super intuitive too, so you don't have to worry so much about that. Whether or not it's intuitive.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Held the button too long.
Do you still have the turn on rotate?
I think so. I have this one's not too sensitive, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I've been using the E, and I usually use E and Q as my rotate.
Trey, we don't speak it's office.
Alright, now how do I switch missiles?
The button on the right side of the head.
Okay.
There's two buttons. It's hard to see. Just look at your joystick in game, you know? It kind of looked like the joystick you got. Oh, you don't have the cockpit on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
My thumb isn't long enough. I actually like this joystick.
Yeah, no.
I've never used this one before.
It's super intuitive. It's great. But like, I'm still bad at it, evidently. Cool, Thrustmaster.
Let me some Thrustmaster. Sounds like a bad infomercial workout
You're right.
thing. Get yourself the Thrustmaster. Only $29.99. Or is it no? I'm sorry, $19.95.
3 payments of 19.
Yeah, 3 payments of $19.95. Kids, use your mom's credit card today.
This room is like one of my favorite rooms. Even just like the sheer size of it and the sheer number of just powerful auto ops in here. I like it a lot.
Well,
He's taking it slow. There we go.
oh, we
Whoa.
got him.
You flew into it.
He's too fat.
Second Thrustmaster, what a deal!
This is actually the first time I've done VR with a joystick, and this is actually really cool. Like, I like this so much more than using the controller.
It legit has significantly more immersive value when you use a joystick.
I thought I killed Marty. Woo.
Like, I know the meme is to say immersion and everything, but like, it's really there. It's something to experience. Not that I'm the greatest hype man for it, but. And we gotta leave it up to the players' imaginations too. We can't just be finding every secret here. And this is where a healthy forest lives. Wait, is it?
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's not.
What did his name change to?
Maybe it's where it's
No, it's not that one.
it's Ethan Vittner.
No, he's not in this.
No,
one.
that was
Unless we
Flappy
added
right
him
there.
later. Oh, that was Moses Folsom.
So we changed our names around in the final version, so you people just saw this.
Even though we're in the credits.
You might recognize this room from the weekly Discord
Yeah.
challenge.
Also, the headset that comes, the earpieces for the audio with the Rift are actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Somewhat simulated surround sound. Like, I knew exactly they were behind me. I thought I saw that. Oh, now
The
we're
sound
talking.
too in this game is.
Oh, you didn't upgrade
fantastic.
missile pods?
What? Oh, I thought I did. No, didn't we just hop right back?
I don't even know either.
Maybe I didn't.
Alright, I need to, I think I go down here, or is that where that's where I came
You can go down either way. You got,
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
got
right,
freedom of choice here.
Yep, go up here and...
I'm reading the Discord that I'm just saying I'm not gonna take this stream opportunity to address the name that shall not be named.
Michael Jordan moment.
No offense to that. But we'll talk about it in the Discord. Which, if you're watching the stream and not in our Discord, link below.
Oh, I am out of energy.
Check it out. I think you've got do you only have a driller and a flak right now?
Yeah.
What do you get the crusher? Oh, you get the crusher in this level, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Took the crusher.
Oh, I shot the ball.
The cool ass says it worked.
Well, that one like straight through my face. Alright, I am kind of lost right now because... Alright, now I know.
If there's auto ops ahead, you're probably...
Nova hype.
Oh, there you go. Got it. That's right. Super powerful generator in this room feels really good. There's already enough commotion going on.
I think it spawns scourges, or actually, I don't know what.
Just harpies.
Is it harpies? It's
Yeah.
alright. Harpies can be annoying though.
Oh yeah, they start swarming you and just launching those little balls.
And, let's see here. There we go. Whoop.
These ambushes by this key too are also real dirty. But I mean, in a good way. Feels like you're always in danger.
Oh, I ran right into that with my face.
Flying a little sideways there, James.
Yeah, just a little bit. See, I'm not sure. Do I need to recenter this again?
Maybe.
There we go.
Facebook, please.
Uh-oh, quick. Click on the game again.
Oh my god. Oh, now I'm all the way out of game. Alright.
There we go. I got it. There we go. Now we're playing in windowed mode, so sometimes it can get a little freaky.
You wanna quick save at this point?
Yeah, go ahead and give me one.
Let me go ahead. Oh, that's the wrong number. Alright.
Pressure time.
This was my weapon of choice in VR.
Oh, why my controls are being a little wonky. Getting a little acceleration when I don't want to be. Come here. Come here.
The overdrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Gotta take care of as much as you can here first. I feel like we shouldn't show off the reactor first. Leave a little bit to the imagination.
Okay, we can end it.
I think it's a cool reactor.
Oh yeah, I might die here.
No, yeah. If you die here, it's all good. These lockdown rooms are brutal, especially this one.
This one's you get the super tritons, and then you got the shredders.
It's like who even prioritize? Oh man. 4 lefts. Oh, another one.
Ah! Ah!
I think we probably had enough of getting absolutely sick. I don't know how James did that. He's a trooper.
No, I said it doesn't bother me really. The only thing it may do is be a little bright, but and mess up my hair. But that's all right.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this VR showcase. If you guys do have a VR headset, definitely give it a try. I mean, I'm definitely somebody who gets like super car sick, and even though I can only sort of go in and play a level or a challenge mode or two at a time, it's definitely an experience that you want to check out. So.
Yeah, I have a blast every time I play it. I mean, granted, I can, even though it doesn't give me any motion sickness, I still do it in small doses.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've played through pretty much the entire game in VR more than a couple times, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you have the chance to try it out, I mean, I still prefer the classic way of playing, but it's a different experience for sure.
Yeah.
And it's a different challenge too, because like I said, your FOV is a little different, but at the same time you can look everywhere.
Right.
So it's a lot different experience. But
yep.
I think that pretty much wraps it up for today.
Yeah.
We'll be back Tuesday again, but
yep.
Check us out. Our Twitter is @PlayOverload. And you can go on Steam right now and get the early access. Just search Overload on Steam, as well as the free playable teaser. You search for the Overload playable teaser. That is up there. That has a outpost level and 2 challenge mode maps for you to try.
Yeah, if you've never played Overload, it's definitely a great entry level thing if you want to see what it's all about. If you've never played a 6 Degree of Freedom game before, definitely check it out. If you've played shooters before, it's pretty easy to get into. You just kind of got to get used to also strafing up and down.
Yep.
But let's see. Join our Discord. The link's below. Follow us on wherever you're watching us from. Tuesday stream, we're going to have our artist Victor on, which we have a thread up on the playoverload.com website. If you've got any questions for Victor, be sure to register for an account there and ask the questions. Or you can ask them straight in the Discord. We're trying to collect them from everywhere.
Yeah. So like I said, check us out. Like I said, the soundtrack is also out now on Steam as well.
Yeah.
Not sure, is it still discounted right now, or
Yep.
It's still still at a discount.
Yep.
So you can get a little bit off of it. It's a great soundtrack. There's a lot of tracks.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm gonna put it on probably my phone. Play in my car here.
Yeah, and if you missed the stream last Tuesday, we dropped the OST as we had our lead audio designer on. So that was a hype stream. Got to see some cool audio hardware as well.
Yeah, and you could find all those on the YouTube channel.
We are Revival Productions on YouTube. If you search Overload streams too, they should probably show up.
Yeah, give us a like, give us a follow.
Tell your friends.
Buy Overload. But yeah, I think that's about it for us today.
Yeah.
I had a pleasure. We'll see you Tuesday.
I didn't throw up, so that's a plus.
That's always a plus. Adios.